Hey guys, Colin here. Today I'm going to be going over my thoughts on Season 6, Episode 1 of Game of Thrones, and it was one that the women really owned. And I kind of liked it. I mean, a lot of people are hating on it, and I could see why. First episode of the new season is always a bit slow, but I mean, this one has done some pretty damn good setting up. It's shown us some things that are going to be great, and hell, there were moments that were just incredible. So, before I get into this, keep in mind, this is going to have spoilers in it. It's a discussion about the episode, so it's going to have spoilers throughout this whole episode that just came out. So, with that said, let's jump into this. So first off, let's be honest, we were all hoping Jon Snow was going to come back. I mean, even though they've continuously said Jon Snow's not coming back, nobody really believes it. Everybody's just kind of waiting for the time he's going to come back, and in this episode, still no Jon Snow. But there's still the very strong possibility that he can come back. They're protecting his body. The Red Witch is still around doing her thing. Davos even seems to be relying on the Red Witch a bit, which is different. I mean, I never expected that to happen. He was actually hoping for her to do something. Rare. But I mean, I guess that just shows how much he's backed into a corner at this point. Trapped in that room with just a few of the Night's Watch and Ghost. But Ghost, man. Ghost looks cool, man. I really like that they managed to get Ghost before he got murdered by the other Night's Watch, because that would have been horrible. It was bad enough when they got Robb's Wolf, man. I mean, on their side of things, it was just amazing seeing Davos being Davos, taking control, being a beast. I mean, when he's being given the option to leave and not have anything done to him by Alistair Thorne, and he just so calmly says back, "Oh, as well as the horse, I'd like some mutton." It was brilliant, because he knows he's not getting out of there. He knows Alistair Thorne is not just going to let him walk away from that. So he's like, fuck it, I'll mess with him a little bit. And I love that about Davos. Elsewhere, Theon and Sansa tried to make their escape, and it was pretty damn good for a good amount of while. It was nice seeing Theon act like himself again, try to comfort Sansa, try to lead the enemies away from them. Then it all kind of backfired. And that was okay. It could have been bad, but Brienne rode in to save the day, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. I mean, I'm happy, obviously, that Sansa's safe and Theon's safe, and it's so nice that Brienne has a purpose again. I mean, that look on her face when she gets sworn in to look after Sansa, oh man. She is so damn happy, and I'm really happy for her. It's just goddamn. She managed to find Stannis at the end of the last season, and now she's managed to find Sansa just riding around the general area. Chick has all of the luck at this point. I mean, I shouldn't hate on it, because it's nice to see good things happen for once. And I suppose this is a different way things to go down, since there's no Lady Stoneheart in this yet, although I really hope there's going to be eventually. It just did feel a little bit perfect that Brienne managed to find exactly what she was looking for. It was a great fight though. Seeing Brienne on horseback take people out, Podrick, oh man, and Theon get the final killing blow to help Podrick, even though he didn't necessarily need it, but it was nice to see Theon be a man again and wield a sword. Other than that, there were a lot of things that were hinted at. I mean, there's the Cersei and Jaime thing. Marcella's not coming back. Cersei looked destroyed by it. Jaime swore they'd get revenge for everything that they've lost. That was greatness. Marjorie continued her torture bit by bit. Tyrion and Varys just trying to deal with Meereen. And then there was Jorah and Daario trying to work together to find Danaerys, which was actually a lot of fun. I really like these two together. I mean, you could tell that either one of them would be quite happy to kill the other, but they're having nice, friendly banter at the same time as well. Daario talking about how he feels like he's got to turn in to Jorah when he's much older. Jorah joking back that he might not even live to be that age. So I like the little back and forth they've got going, the little fight after Dany they've got going. It's a bit of fun, and I really like Jorah. It's terrible that he's got the grayscale thing and he's on his way out, but it's nice to see that he's on his way to Dany and trying to do his best to help her. Meanwhile, Dany herself was a beast. I mean, captured by the Dothraki. The Dothraki were being very, very sexually aggressive to her. I loved it. Talking about how she doesn't have to be smart to be fucked in the arse, and then the other one saying he wants to actually talk to a woman first, and Dany's just sitting here listening to all of this while she walks along, very able to understand it but pretending that she can't. And then she gets shown to this Carl dude who basically says he's going to fuck her and try to impregnate her. And she's just straight up like, nah, that ain't happening, bruh. She reads out like all of her titles and shit. He doesn't give a shit, says she's the queen of nothing. That was brilliant. She only gets away with it because she then mentions her Khal Drogo husband, and he just instantly backs down at that point. Like, there's not even any lack of belief in it. It's not that they need to find someone to figure out if she really is who she says she is. He just instantly believes it. It just shows the conviction and how strong she is as a person, and that was brilliant. Except that now she's being taken to where all the other widows get taken to basically live out her day mourning her dead husband, which is not exactly how she wanted to spend her life. So once again, she has to be saved by Daario and Jorah. Because unless Drogon comes to save her again, I doubt she's going to fight her own way out of there. So, you know, she's fucked. It is known. Arya's story was rather boring to me this episode as well. I mean, we saw she went blind in the last one. In this one, she's kind of being trained or just challenged. The woman who was training her before is now just beating her with a stick. I think trying to teach her to use her other senses, but also, you know, just as a punishment. I mean, the girl did not like her originally. Now she's got the excuse to just beat the crap out of her day after day. She literally says to her, I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh, man. That was great. Because Arya has got to be at that level where she's like, I fucked up by killing that guy. Thinking badly about her decisions. So, 2 things left. The one that I really didn't like was the Dawn thing. God damn. I mean, Dawn in the books is set up to be such a big thing. And they started that in the last season with Prince Doran preparing his plans, getting his daughter ready, getting his son ready, getting everything moving. But, you know, everything went to hell. Because the Sand Snakes are just raging hell. They've already killed Marcilla, and god damn. In this one, they killed Doran, they killed Tristan. It looked like they killed the big guy as well. I didn't really pay attention to that. I was more surprised by the fact that it all happened so damn quickly and so ruthlessly. I mean, I felt really bad for Tristan because it at least looked like they were giving him a fair fight. They were told to choose one of the sisters. He tried to fight one, instantly stabbed through the back of the throat. Oh, I love Game of Thrones for that crazy shit, but I really didn't like the fact that it ended so incredibly quickly. I mean, Dawn still has a big part to play, but the fact that it's now being controlled by the Sand Snakes and that all of the plans that Prince Doran was working towards are just gone kind of blows my mind. Especially since there were such big ideas coming from him in the book. Oh, but they haven't even brought that character into the show, so I'm not even going to talk about it. So finally, the final scene, which was amazing and blew my mind, and I'm sure it did many others. Even though it was hinted at continuously, it was still a big shock for me, and I'm really happy that they did show it. Melisandre just walking into a room, undressing. I think everybody was like, nice. And then she took off her necklace and turned into this old, horrible hag of a woman. And not to offend the woman, it's just that's not what we expect when it comes to Melisandre. Especially funny when you consider the fact that, God, Stannis was so into that, man. Oh, and it makes so much sense. I mean, she wields so much power. She has so much magic. It makes complete sense. There were hints at it in the book about her moving around stiffly and shit. Just really cool that they finally revealed it. And I mean, this episode was called The Red Woman. We finally got to see the Red Woman in her true form. So it was brilliant. I mean, there's so much more that I want to come from this, but this was just a slow entry episode. It was shorter than it should be because they did a bunch of recap at the beginning. And I'm fine with that. It's been a nice start. We haven't gotten into anything about Cersei yet because she is definitely going to want a revenge. You can see through the trailers the kind of shit that's going to come up, so I'm not going to go into any of that. It's just it looks like there's going to be so much greatness. And they've set up some great stories to start in this one. If they continue the Dawn thing, depending on what Daenerys does. And Arya's story may be amazing depending on how they handle it. So yeah, I'm hyped up for this new season. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Everything that happened in the episode, were you happy with it? Were you not happy with it? Was it too short for you? Did it feel like not much happened? Or did you just enjoy it because it's setting up so much to come? Let me know in the comment section. And if you liked this video, then wreck that like button like you mean it. Subscribe if you haven't already to see more. Also, by the way, I'm currently doing a Let's Play of the Telltale Games Game of Thrones. So if you do want to check that out, I'll leave an annotation here so you can click into it. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time.